Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Kane. Today I'm sharing a new hop with you. This is Reindeer Games, and it is hosted by Creative Chaos in Tennessee, Shannon Keith, and I'm also using a sketch from Scrapbook Generations. It is a paid sketch. It comes out of the 8.5 by 11 double page bundle, and I will have links down below to the Facebook group, to the playlist, and also to Scrapbook Generations. So I'm going to get started on the layout. This is the first Christmas layout I'm going to create for December. And I have photos of my older son on Christmas morning opening presents. I think I've said last year, I really don't take pictures anymore on Christmas morning, like opening presents, just because they're so chaotic to like scrapbook. Usually I try to take a picture of like the tree and the presents all wrapped and underneath the tree, and that's pretty much it. If my son is cooperating, I take a picture of him with the Christmas tree. Last year I did not get a picture of him. I believe there is a picture of him the year before that. But if he chooses not to take a picture, it's okay. I'll take a picture of just the tree and the presents. But anyways, I'm also showing you the embellishments that I planned on using, which I was talking. Those are older crate paper. I'm going to use paper also from crate paper, and this is a Christmas collection. I believe it's called Mistletoe. It is a really cute, like, uh, kind of little kiddish, but all of the embellishments are really small. But it's going to work out perfectly for the reindeer games because Shannon's game is to add different things from each day. So day one is to add something metal. So it could be bells, it could be brads, it could be anything, metal. Well, I chose to use metal charms. And then I chose this collection because it's going to be perfect to add those little charms into the clusters. So here I have the papers, and like I said, these are all from crepe paper. And I did not cut into this collection at all last year. I can't believe that. I really think it's a really cute collection, but sometimes crepe paper is kind of hard to mix and match because they usually have a busy side and a busy side. But this one has a few that are not so busy on the, I guess, the B side. The A side, I guess, is the pattern paper side, like the little icons or the embellishments. I don't know which side is really which, but that's what I decided to do. And this is the sketch. So it does show the three photos going down the middle. And then she has large flowers on this particular sketch over on the right and the left. And instead of flowers, I decided to use those Christmas trees. And I cut those on my silhouette. I went to Google and downloaded clip art, which is black and white clip art, and it was free. And I just downloaded it and then put it into my Silhouette software and cut out the trees. And I cut two of them in two different sizes and used the beautiful green pattern paper to cut out those trees. And I just thought they added a cool embellishment to a Christmas layout. I'm actually going to use trees again later in the month, and I just thought it was a really great idea. So I did it multiple times this month, but I really like the way this one turned out. So I'm going to add that blue paper down first. I'm going to leave about 1/4 of an inch of a border around the top and the bottom, or the top, the bottom, and the sides. And then I had to trim off that piece because I didn't need it. And then this piece here is 5 inches, I believe, is what I made it, and it goes the entire 11 inches down. And I've done that before on multiple layouts, and I just really like the way that it looks, especially if you have three photos that are kind of sort of the same, but they're showing different things in each of the photos and kind of makes a series of photos, I guess. So if you were to put them together and flip them, you probably would have movement. And that's what I like with these particular photos is each one he's sitting up first and he's looking at the toy, and then he's kind of down looking at me and still was looking at the toy. And then in the next photo, you can see him looking all the way inside of the garage, is what he's doing. It's a little car garage, and he's looking to see where that car went. And I just think it's so cute. And he's 2 years old here. So this was, the Christmas that he probably just started to figure out he was going to get new toys, and he was able to open all his presents by himself. And I definitely like this layout, and I love the way that, it shows Christmas morning for him. So here I'm adding stitching with a stitching stamp. Of course, Allison always shows stitching on her layouts. Probably each sketch, I believe, probably shows some kind of stitching. And instead of actually stitching, I use stitching stamps. So I like the way that it looks, and I'm okay with it. And some of them, it kind of looks a little bit messy because the stamp did overlap. And I'm just going to go with it. I'm not going to, it's not anything a big deal or anything like that. I think it turns out great. So here you can see I'm filling in a couple of the stitches that didn't stamp down enough of the black ink, and I just did that with a Sharpie marker. It works out great. I'm going to add the big tree first over here on the left-hand side, and I am going to cut part of the tree off, so it's going to go off the layout, and I'm okay with that. I think you still see what it looks like as a tree, and it just really fills in that space over there. I could have added, like Ellison in the sketch shows journaling over there. Her title actually goes over on the right hand side. And sometimes I can add a title for the right hand side and it's fine. On this particular one with that particular photo, it didn't look like it was filled in enough. So that's why I decided to go with the big tree. And like I said, she does have flowers on her sketch. So it's kind of sort of the same idea, except for I'm using a large tree instead of flowers. So here I have the 3 stacked photos that I was talking about that kind of show a little bit of movement and tell the story. I will add journaling to this layout, of course, explaining that it was Christmas morning and one of their cousins was also there for Christmas morning. And I took pictures of my little brother and little sister with him also on Christmas morning. So it was just a little family affair that morning. So here, taking me forever to lay these photos down. I did want them to be spread out evenly, but not too far. And I love that wood grain paper. So it kind of plays along with wood grain in winter also, which MK and Janet are doing this month. And I will be playing along with wood grain in winter also. Um, I kind of sort of forgot to say that at the beginning, and I didn't add the little banner, but if they have the playlist up, I will probably go ahead and add it to that playlist also because it does have wood grain in it. And I just think wood grain is really great with Christmas layouts and winter layouts. So this photo I'm going to overlap on the stack of photos. So instead of adding play foam right there where it's going to go on the photos, I decided to add cardstock. One, because I'm putting play foam on top of the photos. These are older photos. They are not digital photos. This was before I got a digital camera. So these are just photos that I took. They are not the best photos. So I'm not going to be like heartbroken if something happened to the photos. But at the same time, I don't want to do anything that might ruin the photo. So putting cardstock on top of the photo instead of play foam is just another way to, kind of sort of protect the photo. So here I'm at the one photo on the left in pink, and then I'm at the larger photo over on this side in pink, and then one in red and one in green. And the reason is because if you do the green, you get a triangle from the left hand side with the tree, and then the right hand side, the littler tree, and then the photo mat that's in green at the top. So that was my reason for picking the colors that I picked. The stack of photos is matted on the wood grain, and then it has a red stripe going down. And then I have these red poinsettias that I'm going to add over here at the top and the bottom of this stacked photos. And then also the red photo mat over to the left or to the right hand side. So again, that's another triangle and it's in threes. The only one that's kind of sort of not in threes is the pink photo mat over here, and then the pink photo mat on the right hand side. But there is a different flower cluster which is up above, and that's right in the middle of the two photos on the right hand side. So each time I'm adding a cluster or I'm adding photo mats or anything, there's usually a reason. I'm usually picking that color because it's going to make a triangle, or it's going to add a little bit more of that color to the layout. And that usually just helps make the photos stand out even more. So I'm not sure exactly how that works, but for design purposes, it works out perfectly almost every single time. So that is usually my goal. That cute little bear, I just think is absolutely adorable. There's no reason to add the bear to the layout except for it was in the embellishment pack, and I think he's cute. So he's going on the layout. I'm going to pop up this little label here that says, oh, what does that say? I can't read it because it's upside down right now. It says all is bright. That's what it says. I'm going to go ahead and add that over here by the bear. And that was just to add a little wordy bit over here. And like I said, journaling, I will add to the layout, just labeling who everybody is and the year for Christmas. We all know it's Christmas, so I'm going to add the year. This part I'm not going to make you sit through while I string through each of the charms that I plan on using, but I did want to show at least one how, what I ended up using. I used the same red and white baker's twine in each of the charms. So this one here is a little gingerbread house. I just thought it was cute. So I'm going to put it over here by the little toy garage down here at the bottom. And then I'm going to add another one that's a bow up at the top of each of the trees are going to get a bow at the top. And then that one that I put up there at the left hand side at the top of the stacked photos is actually a reindeer, but it's going to get moved. It's not going to stay there. There's a snowflake that I'm going to place over here in the top right hand cluster. And then I believe, oh yeah, I put a little tree over where it says Merry Mary. And then I'm coming in with my title pieces, or to finish off the title, which is Christmas. So I'm going to take this word here off of the sticker sheet. This sticker sheet is from, I believe it's by Crit Paper also. It's called, oh, I don't remember what it's called, but it's another Christmas collection that came out. I believe it came out before this one, but again, you can always mix and match title pieces, and I still have them in my stash, so I'm going to go ahead and get some of them used. And they definitely do not stick after you take them off of the sticker sheet. They are made out of like a rubbery, I don't even know what kind of material it actually is. It's kind of like puffy, but kind of rubbery at the same time, but it definitely has no stick left. I took little gold branches that are on the sticker sheet also, and I'm going to pop those all around the layout to add that gold all over. The gold also matches the charms, so that's just another little metallic and sparkly to the layout that I'm adding, and I think it turned out super cute. Because that is my layout complete. I'm going to hold it up and show you. I went through all of my Christmas supplies over Thanksgiving week, and picked out everything that I want to use for 25 days of layouts. So I'll have more than 25 layouts because some of the days will be double pages like this one, or they might be 2 or 3 layouts using the same collection just to get it done and complete. So I will let you know, and I will be playing along with Reindeer Days here and there. I probably won't be doing Reindeer Games the entire time. It goes for 12 days. It goes for the first 12 days of December. And she does have other challenges and games and prizes within the Facebook group. So like I said, I will leave the Facebook book group link down below and also the playlist, and hope to see you in the next video. I will see you then. Bye. Like and subscribe.